I've been having some interesting conversations with a friend of mine, Martin. He's a very, very successful and intelligent businessman. And we've been talking quite a lot over the years about what's going to happen with all the unemployed. As the world changes and we go into the Internet of Things, we're going to have a lot less need for physical labour, unskilled physical labour. Currently there are 7.5 billion people on this planet. What do you do with them? Now, this last year, during the COVID crisis, lots of new things were tested. Things we know about and things we don't know about. We don't know about all the psychological tests that were studied about how we react to certain crises situations. And we don't know how we were studied about basically being locked inside our houses, being unable to buy from physical shops unless certain corporate supermarkets, how basically we worked from home with home office, we shopped online, we socialized online, and what all this was basically seeing, can you lock human beings in a very small space and they think that they are happy by giving them certain necessities and certain pleasures? And I think the answer was yes. I think it really was. People got used to working from home. People got used to chatting with friends on Zoom or TeamSpeak, or working online instead of going into the office. People got used to buying from corporate giants like Amazon and having things delivered to their homes. Even after basically the ends of lockdown and quarantine, people are focusing on reconstructing and redecorating their living environments, their homes. They're not thinking about travelling or going outdoors. They're thinking about making their cage even more gilded. Now, there's a lot of talk from people such as Klaus Schwab about what we're going to be doing with all these unemployed. And the word they like to use is upskilling. Basically, they're going to train all these warehouse packages and farm labourers to use computers and the internet, and they will make their money that way. But I don't think this is quite what they mean. They're saying one thing, but they're meaning another. Most people in the media are interpreting this as, we're going to become global nomads, digital nomads, and we're all going to learn how to code and program. I don't think they mean this. I think they are leaning more towards the Bruce Willis Avatar film, where we're just going to sit in our little flats and houses, plug in online, and live our world on that. We'll make our money on that. We'll have our food delivered. I mean, already they're talking about artificially generated food. So we'll have our little Soylent Green protein bars delivered. And we'll live in a world like DayZ or World of Warcraft for our escapism. You want to go to the forest? Why leave the house? These people who won't be working but will be living at home and plugged in online, they'll be given a basic living allowance, which was what was tested in America with a $600 check. What they were trying to see is, can you live and be satisfied with that existence for $600? Can you still buy things to keep the economy going? Can you provide food for yourself and pay for your electricity, internet connection and mobile charges? The answer is yes, so long as you don't have ambition. When you start wanting bigger houses, bigger cars and things, it gets broken, this idea. But it definitely works. Different countries have tried different methods of this basic living allowance. Expect more of this in the future. What they're trying to find, the powers that be, is this balance between just enough, not too much, and not too little. So you will sit there, do nothing but spend money, which generates money, and you're not going to complain. Not really anyway. You'll complain online, but not in the streets. Ironically, what this means, you, as an avatar living in the virtual reality we call Earth, will be plugged into another virtual reality via online methods, and you'll be living there. Already most of you live to some extent online. You have a persona slightly different to your normal living one. You probably have friends, you're probably in some chat groups or hobby groups. You watch films online, so your entertainment is online. You shop online. You already are basically living in a parallel dimension or in a virtual reality. Now, you might argue with this, but the space that you're living in online doesn't actually exist. I love this world. I love this reality. But I know this is only one tiny aspect of a much greater polyverse of worlds and realities. Whilst here, play the game. You choose the rules, you choose the character, you choose the direction. It's an open field. There are lots of people who will try and mess with you because they're playing their game. And they'll say, no, you can't do that, you have to do this. It's up to you. But I also know our future as humans, unless something drastic happens in the meantime, like this hyperinflation that's being discussed by several billionaires at the moment, such as Warren Buffett, which might bring the system down. Unless something drastic happens, our future is basically plugged in, turned on, and just left. While the people really playing the game play their own game and win. I think, therefore I am. René Descartes. Humanity may be moving en masse online. Why? I don't know. We may be doing a mass exodus from this beautiful reality we call Earth. And the vast majority of people will accept this. They already have. They don't leave their homes, apart from to go to work or to go to a supermarket. They come home, switch on the box, watch some Big Brother or cooking program, look at Facebook, and then go to bed. But the more you are prepared for something, the more you're likely to survive it. Please subscribe to my channel, it really helps. Like my videos after watching them. And, as always, be free.